Most people think the harder you try, the better your chances of success are. But that common advice of work hard or pushing through stuff is not only incomplete, but dog shit advice, especially if it's something you're struggling with. And you commonly hear this being regurgitated by people who try to be on that David Goggins hustle culture stuff and wound up burning themselves out, or people who simply just say work harder but in a vague way, which doesn't necessarily address the fact that if you try hard at anything in life, the farther it runs away from you. So for example, if you overthink a solution to a simple problem, the worse it will get. Or say you're desperately trying to get the attention of a person by trying very hard to impress them, the less genuine and fake you come across. Like for instance, I used to think that if I just heavily fixated on something by simply working my ass off or desperately working hard on something, that success would fall right into my hands. But it turns out when I care less about something and put a good amount of effort into said thing, that's when things would fall into place. And bro, after I took a step back from being overly obsessive over outcomes or working harder, that it became clear that using this law you're about to learn in this video was the main catalyst as to how I'm getting what I want without heavily attaching myself or forcing myself to the outcome. So first, I want you guys to understand the law of reversed effort. And basically what the law of reversed effort is the idea that trying too hard can make it actually harder for you to achieve your goal. And even if it's unintentional, the likelihood of you achieving said goal becomes slim because you start to fiend over it in a similar fashion to how a simp fiends for a girl's validation and attention. And that in and of itself is a problem. But like with any other problem, there's always a solution. And the straightforward answer I could give you in order to like change this so it doesn't become something that you obsess over is by shifting your attention, taking a step back, and just overall just be a chill dude. And also observing your own actions can help bring clarity on achieving said goal, which is by not thinking about the goal heavily. And I know it sounds backwards, but the reality is the law of reversed effort requires this mentality shift or this mindset shift. Like bro, there's countless analogies that I can make about scenarios where when you're heavily focusing on something, that could lead to that thing that you're focusing on inevitably straying farther and farther away from you. For example, relationships, right? Like let's take one party, a guy in most cases, who is chasing after another person who isn't interested in them, aka the girl. And this can happen to girls too, but you know, mostly guys watch this channel, so. And you're constantly chasing this person and just overall doing too much. Or let's say you're chasing after something like a cat. It's more likely to run away from you, but if you just chill the fuck out, it's gonna come to you naturally. And to hammer this point and even more, let's take me. I'm a content creator, right? My goal is to reach X amount of subscribers, 100K. But I know from just past experiences alone, by me fixating on it and thinking about it too much is inevitably going to discourage me and make me feel less incentivized to make videos due to the fact that I'm thinking about some damn arbitrary number or amount of views a video has. Like if you're a YouTuber or any sorts of content creator, you'll understand what I mean by this. Just think about it. When you pour your heart and soul into something like in a vid and you think it's going to perform really good because you put all this effort into it and you think you're going to get thousands of subs and then for some reason it just backfires. Bro, when I tell you that shit's going to humble you because it brings you back down to reality. And the reality is that's not the case for most people. Every video that you post, you don't know the outcome of. You could probably take a guess, you could probably analyze the analytics to see how it's going to perform, but for the most part, you never know how a video is going to perform. All you have control over is you posting the video itself. The amount of views, the amount of likes, the amount of subscribers, which by the way, I do have control over this. If you guys are liking what I'm saying so far, feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe if you like me and what I discuss on this channel. But the fact is, expecting outcomes will often leave you disappointed because you set this high expectation and place heavy emphasis on obtaining whatever it is that you want instead of allowing it to flow naturally. The shit's just gonna go away. That's just the reality of it. But the crazy thing is, and this is such a mind fuck too, and I already said this before, but once you allow yourself to not obsess over it and just focus on the little inputs that you do and hopefully ones that don't burn you out, then you're more likely to feel confidence in what you're doing. So tying it back to myself, I have to bring it back to myself so it makes more sense. Now I don't focus on mere subs or views, even though those things are important. It's not the main thing. Like my prerogative now and intentions is simply just to one, provide value and just help people out there that need to hear a message like this rather than placing heavy value on an arbitrary outcome that I have no control over. Like bro, no matter what the cliche advice is of working harder or just pushing through, which in and of itself isn't bad advice, that shit's gonna burn you out and it's gonna leave you discouraged and inevitably either give up or put the thing that you're trying to pursue on a pedestal, like I said before. And bro, when you're doing that, what you're effectively telling yourself is that you don't deserve this thing and that you're not that person capable of attracting whatever it is that you want in life. Like think about it this way, nobody really likes anyone that that comes across as needy or desperate. And that's how you come across when you're heavily just being a try hard in things that you're trying to pursue. And whether it's being happy, creative, or confident, forcing it too much creates tension that works against you. And bro, sometimes stepping back and allowing things to flow naturally with some effort is better than no effort. Damn, you guys heard that voice crack? I'm gonna keep it in there. I don't give a fuck. Or forcing things to happen. Like, obviously you should hold yourself accountable for shit that needs to get done. Like, you can't just let your emotions sway you from doing something just because you don't feel like doing it. Like, even now, I didn't even necessarily feel like recording or scripting this video. And yes, I do script my videos, but I didn't necessarily force myself to do this either. I just quite literally just said to myself that I was gonna record for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes turned to 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes turned to 15 minutes. And so I chopped this shit up, and then it's like less than that. But eventually I got the work done. And I didn't do it in an absurd manner where I was forcing myself to get it done. And there's a saying that I always like to tell myself when I'm doing something I'm refusing to do in the moment. So this is just a quick side note. You probably heard this before, but I'm gonna tell you it anyway. Don't follow your mood, follow the plan. And my plan is to provide value and grow the channel. Like, that's the end goal, but the main goal right now is just to like provide value to you guys. So if there's something in your life that's not necessarily going your way, take a break, look around you, analyze, or do something to get your mind off of it. I like to do things like taking walks, reading a book, watching some YouTube, until I come back with better mental clarity on how to approach or attack whatever it is that I'm trying to do, with some effort in between. And once you do that, you'll just see how things just flow naturally. That's the end of this one. If you guys found value from this, don't mind that, that's my PC. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, dream big, and take action. I'm gonna see you guys. Peace.